for sure.
Take it over, Chica.
All right. Oh, shoot. All right, you guys. Welcome to Something to Talk About Monday. Woo!
We got all that time. You have
I know we have a lot to talk about this afternoon. But before we get started, it's Holy Week. And it's Monday, so Dr. Fite has his Monday motivation. Dr. Fite, where are you? Cue it up. Come on with it. I don't know why you got to come on with it, sir.
You very loud today. Is this something
particular? Yes, I'm loud because it's Monday. It's Holy Week. It's a great week. Like somebody got him in the collar. No, look how he ran back in the sit back in the chair. It's like somebody said, sit up. There he goes, y'all. Here's our Monday motivation with Dr. Fite. Hey, you all.
Great day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Monday motivation and prayer. Journey with me to Matthew chapter 28, verse number 5. And it declares, and the angel answered and said unto the woman, fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, there we got the victory for this week as Holy Week. And as you embark on this week, you got to know that you got the victory. You got the victory because in this passage of the scripture that we've tailored for teaching on this day is that you got the victory because victory is in the fact that the grave is empty. See, the woman got there and the grave was empty. The grief that was in the grave is now been brought out as grace out of the grave. See, the agony that was in the grave is now the anointing that has brought the grave, that has brought him out of the grave. And before God can fill us, sometimes he may have to empty us. You can't fill me until you make room for me. The angel of the Lord here, it says you are looking for the crucified and he's already resurrected. Oh God, he was in the land. He was walking, but now he's risen to be living once again. This shout is in empty. Angel didn't say who is crucified. The angel said in verse number 5, will be crucified. But he says you're looking for the one that was crucified. Check the duality here. See, we get caught up in the word crucified and we shout about the word crucified because we know what it means for our salvation. But the shout for us today is in the word was. What God is doing in your life is giving you a sentence structure that will change how you define your circumstances. I know you want to say your bills are overdue, when truthfully you ought to say your bills was overdue. The shout of it is not I am bad, is I was bad. It's not I am sick, but I was sick. It's not I am depressed, but I was depressed. He changed me in my sentence from is to a was. And there's somebody here today that you got to be encouraged by the mere fact that you, just like Jesus, is a was. Do I got anybody that just put in the comment section, I'm a was? Let us pray. Dear Lord, this week, as you were set on a cross, please set us up to win. Set people straight so we don't have to. Set the alarm to wake up our nation and set the agenda for our lives. And most of all, set us free. Amen. Amen. God be with you. If God says the same, I'll see you next Monday.
Dr. Fite said, say I was. So I'm going to tell you, I was mad. Now I'm just a little angry. But You know, mad is when you really. So now I'm just a little bit angry, and I ain't angry. I'm angry. I find the Lord, I can't help it. I can't.
There is no helping Elle.
Because you know you take kids. Don't say you're mad. You say you're angry. So I was mad. Now I'm just a little angry.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Hi, Andrea. You all. Thank you for joining. Make sure you tell all your friends and family to join, and just share the link with them. We'll be really appreciated. So let me get started with my
nonsense.
Okay. So let me hit on this is going to take like 5 minutes. The political thing. I'm for the political thing. Okay, Donald Trump and his tariffs. But this is the one thing I want to talk about. You know, his mass deportation. You all are deport not only the illegals but also American citizens. So now the El Salvadorian president is not going to release the American that's over there because this is the thing that Trump put into motion. Okay, so it's an American being over there. So you know what I said? They're bargaining. So we're gonna have to pay something to get this man home. Thanks to Donald Trump, just one of his many early disasters. You know there'll be more to come. I mean, it's already been too many to count them, but 90 days, stock market, crash in the stock market, the dismantling of different departments and, just all kind of nonsense that he has done.
And making sure the kids learn A1.
Do we have a video?
I got
okay, we're not going to find that video, but these are the people that he's hiring that refers to
AI as
A1 as steak sauce. Okay. Dr. Fite, wait till we show it to you. You're going to be like, what in the world?
Well,
so let me say this. As we're discussing over the weekend, we have a lot of conversation. And, with Briana, we talk to people of all makeup and backgrounds, whatever. So, I have been saying for a long time, I said, what is with all these mediocre white people? It's all these mediocre white men that's in the White House. I have since changed that. What we now have in there, I said, because they're not mediocre. Mediocre would say, okay, you're average. You're an average individual. There's something to you. You can be taught. You can learn things of that nature. This is not what we have today. We have officially coined BAM. Okay? So pay attention, people. These are below average. I ain't gonna say the whole word, but below average MFers. Okay? and this was one of our white friends who came up with the term and said, I can't believe you have all these below average MFers. So anytime you want to hear the word BAM, that's what they're talking about. He said he's in the store and he encountered some of these. He said, there's a BAM. And he said, so that's just like, they're like, well, what does that mean? He said, don't worry about it, go over your head. Okay. So all you below average, which is what's in the White House, started with Donald Trump, you below average white people. I think the thing that white people are most afraid of is that you're showing the whole world that, you always thought you always, because you're white, you're so smart, you had it going on, you're the wealthy, so and so. No, y'all some below average MFers. I used to give you credit for being average. You are below. Briana got this video, and we're going to show you how below you really are. Because this video we're going to show in a few minutes, she is the Secretary of Education. What's her title? Yeah, Secretary of Education. Linda McMahon.
How the hell you be a part of a wrestling promotion that qualifies you to head the state?
Right. But the fact that she thought she was so intelligent, and so when she was making a statement, and I almost fell out of the car because I was like, what? Did she just say that? It made zero sense. And I was like, oh yeah. So we stand out in the parking lot. She left. She spit out her water, whatever. And I was like, I have to play this again because I can't believe she really said this. But this is the one who's dismantling education, and you want to dismantle the Department of Education to have kids as dumb as you are. Okay, you ready for it?
I got it.
Okay, so let's get ready. I want to see Dr. Fite's reaction because he's like, what? Yeah, but this woman sitting there all, in her nice little suit, and think she's holding this conversation and telling people how proud she's gonna be when the kids are starting school and they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn A1. Okay, they're gonna learn all about A1. Okay, so the sad part, and she kept repeating it as if she was right, and nobody even corrected.
That was the problem.
Yeah,
like,
that's the sad part about it.
tell me to shut up, slap me.
No, let me keep going. That's why we have the new phrase. And you heard it here first. These are BAMs. Okay? These are BAMs.
Bams is
BAMs. But what's the other one?
bad.
And the BAMs. You all figure out what that is. We'll tell y'all, kind of off air what that is. But the White House is full of BAMs with the headband. Because we know he's below average.
There is a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching, every year starting, that far down in the grades. And that's a wonderful thing. Kids are sponges. They just absorb everything. And so it wasn't all that long ago that we're going to have internet in our schools. Whoop. Now, okay, let's see A1 and how can that be helpful? How can it be?
Dr. Fite, did you get that?
Yes. We said A1.
And she kept repeating it as if she was right in what she was saying. That was the funny part about
that was the video. That was the first time I seen that video where they caught the person sitting there asking her the question. She does.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She just up there shaking. She just smiling.
I know when I heard it yesterday.
You want me to replay it?
Yeah, because when I heard it yesterday, I said, "What?" And then
there is a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching, every year starting, that far down in the grades. And that's a wonderful thing. Kids are sponges. They just absorb everything. And so it wasn't all that long ago that
So the fact that he chose an idiot, he's the idiot himself. So the fact he chose another idiot to help dismantle the Department of Education, she doesn't even know the difference between AI. AI is what's called for artificial intelligence. Okay, it's an abbreviation.
As they say, AI. Where did you get?
Where did you get the one from? It didn't even look like a one. Anytime you see it, it never looks like a one.
It looks like A.I.
But it just goes along with all of the nonsense that he elects and gives them a high position in the White House. But since she's been tapped to dismantle the Department of Education, well, So that's what I'm saying. All these less than below average. I can't give you all credit for being average anymore. You people. I'm gonna use the phrase "you people." We all want to say "you people." We say "black people." You people. Some of you people, not all of you, but some of you people are below average. Okay, that 24% that voted for Trump. I'm talking to you. Okay, I'm talking to you. Okay, all right. So that's it. That's it for my political thing for tonight because that was funny. She said, "You just gotta. What's a flash goal?" Okay, I don't know what that is, but anyway, we on TikTok. There you go.
She said A1.
Okay, so that's all my political banter because political stuff puts me in a bad mood. And since I'm not gonna be in a bad mood, it's Holy Week. I'm not gonna let these people bother me. Okay,
I'm shocked.
Well, I'm gonna try not to. Now they may do something before it's the beginning of the week, so maybe by Wednesday we don't know. But right now I'm not gonna let them bother me. All right, let's get to my next story. This is my next story. Oh, Dr. Fite hates this. I'm gonna give him this anyway. Well, he don't really hate it, but I like to pick with him about this because there are certain shows that I watch, and one of them is 90 Days.
But he turned all the way around.
But this is 90 Day Last Resort to Tell All. So these are couples that have been on there. They've been married and they're having problems in their marriage. So they went to the last resort where they could get, intense therapy, counseling, all this good stuff. Well, the first couple we're talking about, he met her in Panama, married her, brought her to Michigan, and we're gonna go from there. I want to show you all. There we go. Here we go. You ready for me?
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Gino and Jasmine. Let me point them out to you. Okay, there you go. So let's get to this. Gino and Jasmine, like I said, I watched them from when he was going to visit her when she was in Panama, and she would do all this incessant fake crying anytime Gino didn't do what she wanted.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So
How do you feel? It's heartbreaking. I mean, this was all a plan for Jasmine to be able to be with Matt.
I couldn't care less about his opinion.
Okay.
You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a whore. Oof.
Please, Jasmine.
Okay.
On part.
Okay, good.
I need some context.
Okay, let me get some context to it. Okay. You want to set the other video?
You want to see this part? This is still that video.
Yeah, let me go back to this part. Let's go here. So there we go. We're talking about 90 Day Last Resort.
Because it's showing the whole.
Yeah. So let's go back when she first comes.
I know when he explained everything here.
Separated.
Whoa.
Some former couples like Rob and Sophie and Natalie and Josh are still broken up, but they haven't totally cut off contact with each other.
We're not together or anything, but for some reason, after a few months, out of nowhere, we just started.
Okay, so Gino and Jasmine, they've been together for about 5 years. I started watching him when he first met her, and we started going to Panama to meet her. Every time Gino was also known to be kind of cheap. So Gino, the first time they met physically, he bought her an electric toothbrush. Okay, and so she was like, "This is what he bought me." So anyway, Gino is like 50. What is Gino? 56.
Yeah.
And Jasmine at the time was like 34. So huge age difference anyway, age gap right there anyway. And so as Gino started visiting her more often, he would bring her, more, I guess, more impressive gifts, whatever, but still kind of on the cheap side.
Okay, hold on. I'm already lost. Who Gino?
Okay, Gino Palazzo, Gino is he's the bald-headed guy. He had the hat on. He was talking at first. Let me show you Gino. Let's cue up to Gino and Jasmine. So Gino is from Michigan. Okay, so and Gino likes all these like the not Asian girls, but the Hispanic girls. So he found something. He thought he found something in Jasmine. So they would start going over and seeing each other all the time. Gino is not the best looking dude in the world. So I think that's probably why he picked Latin girls, because maybe he thought they would be a little easier on him or they wanted something from him that he probably possibly could give. Not knowing he was hooking up with one of the biggest users in 90 Day franchise.
Okay, I put it now. This is Gino.
Okay, Dr. Fite, this is Gino right here. You see right there? There's Gino. Okay. Now where's Jasmine? Jasmine's the one that she call her a whore. But when they were on Last Resort, when they were on the TV Last Resort, they're going to the resort because they needed some therapy in their marriage because their marriages was like falling apart. So Gino,
hold on. Let me get this context up here.
Okay, Gino and Jasmine.
We're going frame by frame here.
Okay, so Gino and Jasmine, they went to the to therapy with a lot of other.
And then there's the trick.
And here's the trick right here, Jasmine. So they went to the resort like everyone else. So at the resort, she revealed that there's a guy that she had met at Planet Fitness. That they were just friends. They hadn't done anything, but they were just friends. Okay. And so she said they were just friends, but she was frustrated in the marriage because Gino didn't like to have sex. Okay. Gino wasn't giving her any. And so he said, how do you have sex with somebody who argue with you all the time? That's always been their problem. So let's cue it up now. So let's go back to when she walked in. Let's go back to when she walked into the tell-all, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, look at her!"
Dude, I don't think you got this on
that part.
Hollywood.
Okay. When she walked in, there she come right there. So here she comes. So here comes.
See how I'm queuing? I had to go frame by frame.
So here comes Jasmine. She's coming in. Everybody's like, "Oh!" After the Last Resort, they're like, "Oh, it's good to see her," because Gino was already sitting there. All of the other couples were still sitting there, and here she got to come. Oh, that's Mr. Brandon. Get on my neck.
Hi, everyone.
Oh my God!
Oh, wow. Surprise.
Jasmine and Gino had a very awkward interaction.
It's just
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
So Gino and Jasmine, of course, they're married. So she comes out pregnant, and the next
that was chilly.
The follow-up question was that Sean asked us is, "Well, are you the father?"
Goosebumps.
She said, "No, I'm not."
And he revealed that he's not the father of Jasmine's little one.
So
Are you the father of Jasmine's baby?
no. So Gino is not the father. The father is the guy that she introduced in 90 days. That she said they were just friends. So before the 90 days was even over, she told Gino that they wanted to, can they get into an open marriage? They wanted to have like threesomes or whatever, or because Gino was not satisfying her, so she wanted to be able to sleep with her friend Matt. And it was just they were just friends.
Well, he did right.
Yeah,
he did her G-spot.
It was just nothing. It was just gonna be sex. That's what she said. Oh my. Well, let's jump ahead to the month after the tell-all. She's now pregnant, about 6 months pregnant in this video, and just recently she has given birth to Matt's child. The child is named Maddie. She just gave birth. Look at Dr. Fite.
You know, this is more of a clarity and chaos.
There's a lot of chaos here.
Of course it is.
Okay, so this story is moving way too fast.
Okay, let me back up. Ask what you want me to ask you. What you want me to tell you?
Okay, so you said it didn't work out with him and her and whatever dude she was on
with Jasmine and Gino.
Right. Then you said that after the tell-all, she hooked up with this other dude.
No. Before they even made it to the last resort for the taping, she had already met Matt at Planet Fitness, and so Matt was just her friend. Yeah, Planet Fitness. Yeah. And so during the last resort, one of the episodes, she introduced Matt to some of the other girls that was there, some other women that were there, and said, "This is my friend Matt." But the whole premise was that she wanted Gino to get on board with him having an open marriage, pretty much, and just letting her sleep with Matt. That's what she wanted, because Gino wasn't giving her the sex that she wanted, because they always argued at home. And so Gino, who was her legal husband, had said, "I can't be intimate with someone who will argue and always yelling at me all the time. So I can't do it with you."
And it still is, by the way.
Right. And by the way, and you know, so she's only got with Matt, but her and Gino is still married. She has now gotten with Matt. They have a child together now, and she's
stop. That's the part that's moving fast.
Okay.
So she got with Matt at Planet Fitness.
Yes.
Got pregnant by Matt.
Yes.
Now has Matt baby.
Yes.
And meanwhile, she's still married to Gino.
There you go. Booyah. Oh. Yep.
Just some old Jerry Springer.
Not Jerry Springer.
But right. So then she comes. So then she comes to the tell-all, and she gets into a screaming match with one of the other people. You got that clip on me? Because he told her because he called her she was a whore. Look, I'm not even mad at him for calling her, because I've always thought that she was a user. Gino was an easy target for her. But here's the kicker too. When she was with Gino kept saying he wanted to have a child, because Gino is 54, 56, and never had kids his own. She promised him that when they got married and she got to the States, that they were going to have a child together. She's going to give him a child. Now all of a sudden, when they came in, she wanted to put off having a child with Gino, but she had no problem getting pregnant by the guy she made a Planet Fitness.
She gave us that cookie.
She had no pregnant and unprotected sex. Yeah, had no problem giving up to Matt. Right, and then wanted Gino to be okay with them having an open
Pictures of Rob selling his ass in gay pornography.
Gay?
That's what you
I
pay
don't know
me,
about no gay
because
pornography.
I know the truth.
I don't know anything about that.
Jasmine had the support of the women, but Rob was going off about her offstage to the guys.
Pictures of Rob selling his ass in gay pornography.
Gay?
That's what you
I
pay
don't know
me,
about no gay
because
pornography.
I know the truth.
I don't know anything about that.
Jasmine had the support of the women, but Rob was going off about her offstage to the guys.
Pictures of Rob selling his ass in gay pornography.
Gay?
That's what you
I
pay
don't know
me,
about no gay
because
pornography.
I know the truth.
I don't know anything about that.
Jasmine had the support of the women, but Rob was going off about her offstage to the guys.
Is this on loop? Oh.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know what the truth is. I mean, what does gay pornography got to do with her getting pregnant by another man?
Because she was trying, because Rob called her a whore and told her that
I haven't
Rob
heard
called her
any
a
lies
whore.
as of yet.
Huh?
I hadn't heard any lies as of yet.
No, that's what said. Rob didn't know. She is a whore. She is a whore. And so she was mad.
But
So
the commentator said she had the support of the women. How are you supporting? How are other women even involved in this trash?
He just said was like, you know, she was like, oh, well, the women are so happy for me because I'm having a baby and because I moved on and all that nonsense. But that's all she was trying to put Rob out. She was trying to put Rob out in front as if Rob had done like gay porn. Rob said, she talking about something on fans that my friend was doing. I was helping them post some pictures. It had nothing to do with me. So he says, I don't care what she's talking about. She's trying to change the fact that she's a whore. And they're right. And she slept around on her husband with this man, and they got a baby with this man. Now, normally I try to support the ones who come on 90 days, but from jump, I said she is full of crap, and she just proved her point to me is that, you know what, I'm glad you got a healthy baby. And then she said, my beautiful blonde blue eye baby. So now you have, because your baby got blonde hair and blue eyes. She just a lot. She's just a lot. You know, but apparently Gino might be going on and finding him someone else, you know. But I feel sorry for him because she did play him. Now this one like this, I said should be deported. That one right there, something like that. I said you should be deported because I think what you did was a bunch of lies. You stood up in front of Gino's family and friends. Oh, said I love you. I'm gonna marry. I want to be your wife forever. And then what? 2 years later, that's what you do. Gino spent 2 years going back and forth to Panama, spending money on you. She got her boobs done off his money. She got her butt done off his money. She got all of these enhancements done, and now you left the man high and dry and got yourself a brand new baby to boot.
This is the stuff that she watched.
This is my 90 days. I only watched my 90 day fiance and 90 day tell all. Because you find out so much stuff in 90 day tell all. And then so good luck, Gino and Jasmine. I don't have nothing for you, but you know, all I gotta say, I think Matt gonna show you something. I think Matt gonna yeah.
Matt gonna show you a lot.
Yeah, Matt. I think Matt gonna show you something. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, but then we have Rob and Sophie. Rob is the one that called her a whore. So Rob was married to Sophie, who is the other woman on there with the dark hair. They was on Last Resort. They said they're gonna get a divorce, so they didn't make it either.
Oh my! They didn't make it.
Well, because here's the thing: Sophie is 24, and Rob is like 36. You all can't be getting these young chicks.
That was doing from the start.
Right, exactly. And then she's also dated women before, so you know there's a lot of confusion going on there. So anyway, Rob is a cutie pie, so Rob ain't gonna have no problem finding any women. So Rob and her, they're gonna end up divorce and go on and marry their way, hopefully. And then of course, then we have these are my favorite couple, so I wanted them to make it. What's her my girl name? Benny. Ari and Benny. Oh, these are my sweetheart right here. Look at her, Ari and Benny right here. So Ari and Benny, they met. I watched them out about like 5 years ago too. So Ari and Benny has this little boy. She was married to another guy, and she ended up leaving the guy, and then she was messing around with Benny. Benny was from Africa, Ethiopia, and same thing. And so he went, and so they met, and they got together. And she was supposed to be on a Christian retreat. She was on a retreat with her church, and met Benny, and her and Benny hooked up, and then she got knocked up. So at the end of the retreat, at the end of her church retreat, she was pregnant with Benny's baby. She went back home. Benny couldn't get his paperwork to come to the States just yet. So she went back to Ethiopia to him, to live with him and Dr. Fite, to live with him. And at the house, their baby and had a baby in Africa.
Church retreat?
Yeah, she was on a church retreat when she met Benny. And so Benny hooked up and she got knocked up. By the time they left the retreat, by the time she entered the retreat, she was already pregnant. And so she came back home and then told her parents she was gonna go and live in Ethiopia with Benny and had a baby and raise a baby there.
Y'all can't put this on Jesus now. Come on now.
I'm telling you, they on a retreat. And she Jewish anyway.
What would they? What would they? I mean, what would they do? A baptism? I mean,
Well, you know what? You know what? She went. It's something that they do in Ethiopia, and she was like baptized in like the waterfall or something. So she did something while she was over there. Anyway, when she went back to live
They ain't mean have sex.
No. That was after they got together. That was after she was pregnant. That was after the fact.
You see how much I watch this, right?
Okay. So anyway, so her and Benny, they lived together. She had the baby in Ethiopia. She stayed there for a little. She had the baby stayed there for a little bit. And then she's like, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to go home. So anyway, she ended up coming back home, and then Benny ended up getting his paperwork to come with her. So she stayed there until he got approved to come. So they left Ethiopia together and they came back to the States and everything. But Ari problem is Ari is jealous.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. I'm about to finish up now.
My head hurts.
I'm telling you.
This is way too much at this early of the show. Like
Dr. Fite is only a couple of couples. But let me just move it along.
It's too much. Okay. All right, listen, let me tell you how you weaving together this whole mess. You got Benny, Ariana, Larry, Harry, and Mo.
No, we ain't got no Larry, Harry, and Mo. We got
too many people going on. They one over here, one in Aruba, one on a church trip, one pregnant, one guest got pregnant while they were praying. I don't even know how that's supposed to happen. I mean, like,
I'm telling you, this is why I tell you is that you have to watch 90 Days.
No, you don't. This is the main reason why you are making the point on why this foolishness should not be watched.
No, but you know what? Here's the thing: there are certain couples that you know are full of crap. But Ari and Benny, I wanted them to work it out, to stick together. But Ari is very jealous. Benny is like a dancer and a performer, and Benny has been doing so well in the United States that Benny was one of the dancers in the Super Bowl with what's his name? When he performed.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Benny was one of the dancers with Kendrick Lamar, because that's his thing. He dances, performs, and everything. And so Ari is kind of like jealous because he did some MMA fighting. He's done a lot of stuff since he's been here, but she's just jealous because she don't want a lot of women around him and all this other stuff. And Benny is like, I can't. She likes to keep a chokehold on the brother. I'm gonna be honest. And he's just like, I can't take it. So
and I'm with him. I can't take it.
So during that resort, then the last resort, they decided that they were going to separate and they were going to divorce and not stay together. I had high hopes for them. The baby is what, 5? I guess.
Wait, so this has happened over a 5-6 year time frame?
Yes.
What happened in 90 days? What?
Well, they got married within the 90 days. But they bring couples back. They follow couples over an extended period of time, and they said who needed some help come to the last resort to try to save their marriage. Well, Ari and Benny was one of those couples over the seasons. They said they needed some help to either stay together or work on their marriage. But I was
ladies and gentlemen, keep your tail off of television. These executive producers are rich off of your pain. You on this show making a fool of yourself, and they going to the bank on your behalf. Stay off of this foolishness. Next.
People, don't listen to Dr. Fite. 90 days.
This should be the last season for this foolishness.
Oh, it's not. Oh, no. What how many things have they broken off? It's a 90-day fiance, 90-day fiance the other way, the 90-day the last resort. And what's the other one they got? They have so many 90 days, different iterations of 90 days. It's not even funny.
Speaking of television, I was gonna show this during my segment.
What's time for your
It's time for your segment anyway. It's time for your segment. It's your segment.
But yeah, so let me. Here it is.
Dr. Fite always asked me why I watch certain stuff. I was explaining him. I was going to use my segment to explain to him why I watch 90 Days. That's the only one of the whole, what's that is, that I really watch of all the reality TV. That's the only thing I watch 90 Days. Let me be honest.
Here we go.
What this is?
No, just watch.
Looks good. Hello.
Hi.
Where do you want me to sit?
Where you got you like said?
Tonight's my night with Taya, so I'd sit by her.
Tyler's in the middle.
Yay. Let's see the house.
So how does it work?
Taya's my wife and Alicia's my girlfriend.
And vice versa. Alicia's my wife and Taya's my girlfriend.
We are a closed polyamorous quad. A closed quad is 4 people. We're only dating within ourselves, married within ourselves. We don't have any outside partners.
Like everybody else, right?
We never set out to live our lives like this, but we realized we could love more than one person and make our own rules as to what we want our family to look like. Tyler and I had 2 children before we met, Sean and Taya. Since we've all been together, we've had 2 more children, and we have 1 more on the way. And we feel very fortunate to be able to give the kids double the love. Who's the father?
Me.
Both of us? All right.
Who's daddy? How do I know who fathers the child?
The fathers of the younger boys are.
I can assure you it is one of 2 people.
I just wonder sometimes, but finding out could cause a lot of hurt.
Well, I guess we know who the dad is.
I should be able to talk to our kid.
How would you 2 describe your relationship?
We live together, mutual partners, and but if we were in this situation, we probably wouldn't be friends. This has always been a point of contention. Your kids and then us.
Dude, you don't need to parent me. I don't need that.
Maybe if I was parenting you, this would have happened.
When it comes to Taya and Tyler, it almost looks like they're more in love than him and I. And I can't help but be jealous about that.
I don't feel like we're the same people we were at the beginning.
Yeah, but do you want to work on it or not?
I have something to share.
I feel like I'm sharing with someone else. What does that mean? The quad we have now is the most important thing to me, and I don't want to screw that up by not thinking things through. It's complicated to bring someone else in. We're not closed anymore at that point. We're just not.
I don't know where we go from here.
Poly family. New series. This was the night for us for what you call it. TLC be doing the most. No, that's why I got to be talking about me. But now look what he just said. This is his segment. Okay, this is Dr. Fite segment.
He didn't say he was gonna watch it.
He's going to watch it. Don't get him. He's going to watch it. I bet we catch him watching it.
I bet you won't.
But did they not learn from the wives and did they not learn from them?
Sister wives.
Yeah, the sister wives. Did they not learn from them?
So they supposed to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to have
They're close.
an agreement between all of us that this is us.
Yeah, it's a closed polyamorous. Was it the same way with the other one? With the sister wives? That was a closed situation?
No, he can invite another wife in.
Oh, okay.
No, they said they're a closed polyamorous, which I don't know how that works.
I don't either. I don't know the difference, but okay.
And then you got her. She pregnant, but she like, wait, it's 1 or 2. All that right there is nasty. All that is nasty.
So I'm trying to figure out how this works.
But Neil got him 4 girlfriends.
Oh yeah, Neil, you know what I'm saying? He do what he want to.
Come on, Dr. Fite. So what now?
I just don't know how this works. So there's a couple of terms in this, and maybe y'all need to help give me some clarity here. Because I'm not understanding the terminology. The terminology is what's throwing me. First of all, you use the word closed. All right. This terminology is messed up for me because it can't be closed because it's more than 2 of y'all involved. Like, so it's 2 couples that come together. That ain't closed. Like me and my wife in a marriage. If you say it's closed, then that means there ain't nobody else in here. Like you can't open the door and let 12 people in and say, okay, now it's closed. Like it's either closed or it's open. It seemed like this is open. When you sleep, When one man got two women coming in his bed, depending on what night it is, that ain't closed. I mean, if it's not one partner, if it's more than one, it's open.
But if it's the four of them, and they say it's just going to be the four of us, no one else, then that's closed. It's
Not
just
necessarily. Not necessarily, because who gets to decide when to open the door back up again?
Well, I guess that's what's part of the problem is that one of the wives have decided she want to look for she want to bring another partner in. So now it's not closed anymore.
It seems like that's the one that's always pregnant too. I think she bit. Why the other one ever got pregnant?
Is that the one that had the two kids when they got together?
Yeah, so her and her original husband had two kids before they met the other two. Which I think that's part of the reason why they met the other two is because that postpartum and she didn't want to be touched no more. But then he was like, listen, I just can't go without it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure something out, and that's what they figured out.
See, my bigger question to all of this polyamory stuff is that what about the kids? What do you tell the kids that you all have two daddies, two mommies? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
It's hard enough. It's hard enough when okay, if you say you are a gay couple, and you say and the kids say I got two mommies and two daddies. Now, how do you say I got it's four of us? What the kids tell their friends when they're in school, and they say, oh yeah, that's my half brother from my other daddy. I mean, what is it? I mean, I'm confused.
What are you confused? I mean, so
I take 90 days.
the analogy already. Like if you are in a gay lesbian relationship and you got kids, you got two mothers or two fathers. There's more love to go around. So each children have two mothers and two fathers.
No, they really got four.
No, they got two fathers. They got two mothers.
But it's four parents all together.
Right. So you got two fathers and two mothers.
It's still confusing to me to a child. A child couldn't possibly grow up with maybe healthy ideas of relationships. I mean, you couldn't.
First of all, what in today's society speaks towards healthy relationships?
For me, it would be that I just don't have my parents, but it takes more than just my mom and dad or mom and dad and dad to in our family. So if you got to bring more people in to become a part of the family, I mean, I'm trying to look at it from a kid's perspective, and kids are open and they like sponges, so they absorb pretty much anything, and they can gotta go with the flow. I just don't know how I would, the kids going to school, kids say, well, how is that? Is that your brother? Is that your cousin? Is that your? I mean, it's a lot for me to take in. So I don't know. I don't know. And furthermore, I'm a little bit selfish. So me sharing, that ain't gonna happen. I don't share. That's nasty. I'm not gonna share. And do they all live in they live in the same house? Or
they said that this is their night to spend with. So either they live in close proximity or they live in the same.
Like they live on a compound.
But do you see? But have they watched Sister Wives and how they exploded? That's all I'm saying. Sister Wives just blew up.
Sister Wives blew up because Robin became extra needy.
And Cody likes that. Cody liked that. And then he left the other three of them or two of them.
See, first of all, y'all know more information than me.
Well, no, first of all, I think all three left him.
I don't even know who these people y'all talking about.
Sister Wives. Now that honestly, that's Briana's show. I only know about Sister Wives because Briana liked them. I don't watch because I can't stand Cody.
Briana, you gonna watch Poly Family?
I don't know. I might pop in for a hot minute.
You got to watch that one because I can't watch that. You got to do something. I have to say. I have to keep to my 90 days.
The only reason I watch
wait a minute, Elle. It's okay for what's her name, Gina, to sleep with Mark and Fabio while she married, and then go on a Christian retreat, and then end up pregnant by another man.
Oh no! I think Jasmine. Straight up is straight up trash. I think Jasmine is like the man said. She
I may actually watch the Poly Family, but as a matter of fact, I know a couple people that actually have that situation. Not that exact situation, but they got two.
Okay, so let's explore this real quick. Let's since Briana know people in this world, let's explore it real fast. It does come with some type of benefits, though, right?
I mean, look, the people I know, they're very happy. If the one man, he has two women, they got the kids, and everybody live happy. He works, they work, you know. But the thing about that situation, they have certain days where he spends with the particular woman and their kids, and then he spends other days with the other woman and their kids.
So they have separate living spaces.
Yes.
You would have to, because two women sharing one man cannot live in the same space.
Oh no.
That just would not go over well. That's like
But see, you saw in the video clip that she was saying that she looking at the two of them together, and it seemed like he's more in love with her than he is with her.
Look, everybody got their own space, and here's how he got hit down to the science. The one woman and their two kids, they have their own space, like their own apartment. The other one, here's the kicker, they all in the same building. They just on different floors. And then he got his own apartment. When he wants to be left alone, he got his own space.
Each to his own. That's just not something that I would entertain, and don't come in with that foolishness, because I was like, who are you talking to? I couldn't have possibly. If a man came in and said, "Well, I thought I could bring you," what clue? What that you would even thought for 5 minutes that's acceptable to me. I don't even like to share my food. So therefore, me sharing a man, that's just not no. I would have given nothing that I would say, well, maybe I would be open to that. And then when you have the kids, and my problem is always the kids. That's just my thought. And then first thing they say, oh, our kids are happy. Their brother and sister, they get along so well. Really, how really secure was your child? Which one of those the son killed himself? Cody's children. Which one of the boy committed suicide?
Janelle.
Janelle's son. So my question, I wonder, she asking herself that question, like, was my son really healthy? Did he really like this environment that I raised him in? That he ended up committing suicide? I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm asking, are you really sure that your kids are really happy in that type of environment? For your child to commit suicide, that's a question I would ask myself if I was the mother.
My whole thing is there can be some pros and cons if done well. That's what it sounds like. Now you still got to deal with the whole jealousy issue.
Yep.
And I just know me as a man. I'm not gonna be able to know that my woman had another man's manhood on the inside of her.
Oop.
Like, that ain't gonna sit well in my psyche when you come back to me. I know you just left, and another dude put his tallywhacker inside of you.
Not the tallywhacker.
Can't deal with that.
And I would feel the same way too. I said, knowing that if I got my man, and knowing that you've been up there doing, putting me up in another woman, and all kind of thoughts go through your mind.
And making babies.
And you envisioning, you doing same similar movements with me that you doing with the other person. I can't do that. I'm gonna have to bust somebody's door down. I can't do it. I can't do it. My mind, I cannot do it.
You're not that evolved. You evolved. You're just not that evolved.
I'm not that damn evolved. I'm gonna be a lot restricted.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not that evolved. Yeah, I'm not that evolved of a person. Yeah. And really, I think that when people are getting into these relationships, I think that they believe that they can do this. But as the years and as the time starts to wane on, and they're probably more connected to one of the people than the other, then that's when you get the jealousy, the frustration, and the anger sits in. I think it starts off really great. Like there was a couple on House Hunters. You had the man, he was married, and then they brought in another woman that was going to move into the house too. So they all were house hunting together and everything, and they were setting up homeless. You know, I think all of that has like an expiration date of maybe like 5 years.
Why you looking for a house with somebody you ain't married to?
That's what she was doing. She went house hunting with the couple because she was going to put some money down on the house, put some money on the house, and so all three of them were purchasing this house together.
Nah, that's a hustle. Somebody getting hustled in that scenario.
Yeah, they all put in money. That's what I'm saying. Maybe people start off with good intentions when they get into these type of relationships, but after a while, they just get really, really bad. Because I ain't never seen something so bad as Sister Wives. It was horrible. It was that was so bad. The one woman was that Janelle the blonde? No, Christine. Christine. When she said she got remarried. She said, I will never be in another poly relationship ever again. I'm just want to commit it to one person.
Yeah, she
said, I will never. That's what I said. I think the intentions start off positive, but because we're only human. You know, the jealousy factors come into play. Like I'm saying, I bet you the man that I met, he had the two women. Dude, I'm talking about. I bet you I bet they ain't together anymore. I can almost guarantee they ain't together anymore.
You don't know that,
Will? Furthermore, he got a lot of ego. He had a lot of ego, but he seemed to be cool.
But if you get with the right woman that fosters to that, then you know what I'm saying, that could work.
Dr. Fite, as women, we can be petty. So right, Briana call him Petty Betty. I can think maybe you start off like I said with the intentions being like we can all work together because I like him. He, you know, we love each other, and maybe and since he can't choose, see that's the other thing. You're gonna have to choose. If you with a person and they say, "Oh, I don't want to choose. I want both of you," well, you can't have both of us. So that means if you can't choose, that means you don't want me. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. They're making their choice. They're just choosing both.
But you're not making a choice though. If you can't make a choice, to me, that's taking an easy way out. To say I don't want to make a choice, so I'm just gonna have both of you. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's insulting to me because you're saying to me, I'm not good enough for you just to want to be with me.
See, now you making that up. The man ain't never said that you want.
But that's how it will come across to me though. Is that since you said I'm not going to be enough woman for you, you got to have somebody else. So that's insulting for me.
Well, you shouldn't be insulted because he didn't say that, first of all. Second of all, it's kind of like that old player move back in the day. Hey, baby, it ain't you. It's me.
And who falls for that? Who falls for that?
Hey, that's one of the oldest tricks in the book. They've been falling for it for a long time.
Right. It's not you, it's me.
That's right.
Okay, so since it's me, there's obviously it's me you don't want. So you go and do you. And have you as many women as you want to. I'll just refuse to be a part of your harem. That's not for me. That's not gonna work for me.
I don't know why you being a hater.
You know, I'm not being a hater, but you know, each to his own. I just think that women, we're emotional creatures. I don't want to say too emotional, but we are emotional creatures. And I just know me, and we can be selfish. When it comes to my man, I'm selfish, and I make no apologies. I will not share. The only way I end up sharing is because I don't know. Yeah, there you go. And once I find out, I'm gonna put a kibosh to that. That's a wrap. Nope.
But wouldn't it be better to be honest up front that, you know what I'm saying, you enjoy my company, I enjoy your company, but other people also enjoy my company?
Then you're gonna be with that. You're gonna have all the company you want. It just won't be. I just want to be a part of that company. You get as much company as
We
you
enjoy
want.
each other's company, so why is there such a point in saying?
Because that's a no-go for me.
But you're focused on the wrong thing.
What you say?
You're focused on the wrong thing.
And what wrong thing would that be focused on? The fact that I'm not comfortable sharing. I'm not gonna be in any type of three-way.
You okay? See, you keep bringing up the other people. Like that's not your concern.
But
The
if you,
other people are not
if
your
you,
priority. They're his priority. They're not your priority. Like you should worry about you and him, not you and everybody else. See, that's wrong. You're selfish.
I said that I'm selfish. You're right. I said that. I have. That's like you asked me. You said that's
If
like
this
you
is
asked
gonna
me.
work, if this is gonna work, you got to be flexible in your thinking.
No, I'm flexible in my thinking. My flexibility is like no, I'm flexible in what I said. So no, I have a certain things that I believe in, and me openly sharing my person is supposed to be committed to me with someone else. No, thank you. You go and find someone else because guess what? I love me. I love me first. So therefore, you can't love me the way I deserve to be loved. You gonna love how you want to love. Just leave me out of the equation. I'm not a part of the equation. I'm not a part of the equation. There's nothing a man will be able to say to me and talk me stop and talk me into saying I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm not gonna be okay with that. I'll be lying to myself. I'll be doing myself an injustice. And like I said, I love me too much for that.
Injustice?
Huh?
Did you say injustice?
Yes. Yeah. I love me too much for that. I love me too much to say, well, yeah, when he says that we have a good time together and we hang out and we were together, it's such a wonderful experience. It sure is. But guess what? If our experience can't stop with the two of us, and you need to have more, then bye. Because we cannot.
Well, the whole purpose of a polyamorous situation is poly means many.
Is that what now?
Poly means multiple.
Right, which is why I would never be in a poly. Because I don't want multiple.
That's what we're talking about. Like you got to figure out ways to make it work, not ways to just keep shutting it down.
Like I said, for me, whoever wants to get into a poly, more power to them. But it's just not my cup of tea. And as we watch all these shows that come on, the people
and they all the cups of tea, so you don't know all the flavors. You don't even know if you would like it until you try it.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Since we're talking about that, let me tell you, in 90 days, the current 90 days ones that's running now, there's a trifecta going on, or there's a polyamorous relationship going on right now in 90 Day Fiance. So there's a couple in San Diego. They wanted to bring in another couple. They brought in so now they're a throuple. So I forgot what country she came from, but what she said was that what she said was that good Lord. There we go. What she said was that when she told the woman, she says, I'm only in this trouble because I really love you. She says she said I'm just in it for the man, but she said her real interest is to be with the woman. And so now they're having this conflict because the third person is saying I really just want to be with the female and not the male. But she said, but if this is the way to have you, then I'll tolerate being with him. That's what she said.
So she lesbian,
right?
And the woman she want is in a heterosexual
relationship. Right.
Why? Okay.
Oh my God.
That's different.
But when they met, the couple wanted to bring in this third person. But and I guess the girl thought she probably could handle it. But since she's been in the U.S. and she's been with this with the woman, she's like, my feelings are stronger for you than they are for him. And in her mind, he's just the obstacle that she has to get over to be with the woman. That's the thing. So her being in a throuple is really not what she really wants. But she's like, if I want her, I have to bring him along. And they are a part of the 90-day franchise.
Where did I go?
See, you keep using that word franchise. As though this shit continue.
Yes, I'm telling. I watching 90 Day Fiance. I actually learned a lot about people behaviors. So that and how they react to certain things. So I it's intriguing to me. Like I said, out of all of the other things, that's the other one that I really watch is the 90-day franchise. Just to see how people if they meet someone, they go to another country. And how they adjust to living in another country to meet this person and live with them. So it's very, and then people that come to the United States and it's very interesting to me. It's interesting to me, which is why I've watched 90 Days for probably about the last 12 years or so. So and sometimes I take a break and I will watch it for a season or two, and then if I see a couple on it that's interesting to me, I'll jump back in there and see what's going on. What was there's a couple on 90 Days the other way. Submit and Jenny. Submit was how old was Submit? Submit was 25 when he met Jenny, and Jenny was in her 50s, and Jenny was a heterosexual white woman that was in her 50s. Submit was a 25-year-old Indian, and Submit he kind of scammed when they first met, but then when they got together, he really exposed to who he was. But Jenny ended up leaving the country, going to move in with Submit, and then come to find out he was already married to another woman. And I was like, what? And that really hurt me because I love Jenny and I like Submit. But after the girl's family came and confronted Jenny, was like, why are you over here? I'm his wife, and it was a whole big mess. Jenny ended up come back to the United States, left Submit. But anyway, years later, they back together now. They back together. They live Jenny lives in India. Submit's family finally accepts her, but she went through a lot. She went through a lot just to be with Submit.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. People do all types of things on these different shows, but I just can't get into the poly thing. So where's the clarity in this chaos, Dr. Fite, for your segment?
Well, I was asking you all to bring me some clarity, but you didn't bring none at all. So
ain't no clarity. My clarity is don't get in it, don't get involved in it. If you know.
Let me find some clarity in just a second. I want to show this video from this couple. I love this couple.
Dr. Fite, this is Dr. Fite saying, you all, I love you all. You all are joining in and keep on TikTok tonight. I think they're loving this conversation, so we appreciate you guys. Okay, what is this one? We're gonna find some clarity in this one. He said he loved this couple. Who is this couple?
You don't like this couple. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this is a crazy couple. Who is this?
Okay. Yeah, 2 of them.
Oh, really? Oh, Lord.
So you said 15,356?
What you getting?
Okay. I want 2 of them. Yeah, that's fine. So a total 30,000? Oh, 31,000. Okay. That's fine. You can charge the card.
Charge what card? You said 30,000?
Hush. Mm-hmm. Okay.
V, what card are you charging?
Yeah, you can send it to that email. That's fine. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Guess what? We're going to the Beyonce concert! Aren't you happy?
That's what you ordered, Beyonce tickets?
Yeah, baby, they're very expensive right now, and I finally got 2. We're gonna go to the Beyonce concert.
V, you spent $30,000 on some tickets?
Yeah, for Cowboy Carter. I mean, you know it's really high right now, and they're like selling out like crazy. Why aren't you happy?
V, what you mean? Why am I happy? You didn't even tell me this. You spent $30,000 on my credit card?
Babe, we're gonna see Beyonce.
V, I don't care if it's Jay-Z or Michael Jackson. I'm not spending no $30,000 on no damn tickets.
Jay-Z might be there too, actually. Baby, you should be a little bit more excited than this.
Why did you spend $30,000 on the tickets and you didn't even let me know that? Like, that's $30,000 I gotta pay back.
You got $30,000?
That don't mean I want to spend it on the damn Beyonce tickets, V.
This Beyonce.
V, I don't even listen to no damn Beyonce. I don't want to see the Beehive. Damn, man.
I give it to Mango then. She'll go with me.
That's still my money. 30,000.
Okay.
Now, just let me give some context here.
You go ahead, because
V does not work.
Mm-mm.
Her husband provide. I mean, he pay all the bills. He does everything. Matter of fact, I got another clip. I should have showed that one first. To go along with this clip.
I can't.
Here you go.
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
I want allowance.
A what?
I want an allowance.
For what?
For being a good wife. So I was thinking $500 a month.
$500 a month?
Yes.
For what?
For being a good wife. You know, I cook, I clean, and I give you that guac 3,000.
So I'm supposed to pay you because you cooking and cleaning and giving me guac? Because you doing wifey duties, I'm supposed to pay you?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
V, what are you talking about? Like that's supposed to be part of marriage. You're supposed to be a wife. I didn't know I had to pay you to be a wife.
You're just giving me extra money, that's it.
Give you extra, V, I already give you money for your hair and nails.
Yeah, but I don't have to ask you for it. I can just go do what I want to do without asking you for it. I can have like a little savings account, you know, save money.
What are you?
Emergencies.
V, what are you, a child?
I am a great wife who deserves $500 a month.
V,
that is nothing.
I don't need a woman staying home collecting a check. I don't need a wife to pay to be a wife. That don't even make sense. Like, I'm paying all the bills already. So I'm supposed to pay the bills, pay for your hair and nails, and then give me an allowance on top of that?
Yes.
You know, you need to stay off Instagram, bro. You sound like one of these Instagram models.
What?
That be running their
Don't
mouth,
do that.
talking about guys got to do everything and they just sit home and collect the check.
I
like, that don't even
mean,
make
that's
sense.
what it says. It says it in the Bible. We stay home, we clean, we do what we're supposed to, wife duties, and the man takes care of the wife.
Well, the Bible is outdated. All right? They need to update the Bible because I never knew you had to pay your wife to be a wife.
Babe.
Yeah.
I want allowance.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is by far the dumbest couple that you ever bring on, Dr. Fite. They are. And let's go to this video first before you even say anything. What is $500 a month? Just to be clear, if she was gonna ask for some money, I was just gonna say maybe like $5,000 a month. What is $500 a month? Here, and like he said, I already paid to get your hair, your nails done, yada yada yada. So okay, but that whole conversation to me was like, you shouldn't have to ask your man for any money anyway. If this is your wife, you all a couple, should you not have access to what the stuff that he has already? Why does he have to give you his credit card or his bank card? You know, when you need to get something done. So okay, it's all stupid. Because then on the first video you showed, she spent $30,000 for some. I'm trying not to curse. For some effing Beyonce tickets. When are you girl? They God bless them. That is the most ridiculous couple that I've ever seen. And you right, Dr. I don't like them because they're too stupid. I can't do stupid. They are stupid. And I cannot do stupidity. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Doc. Hold on. So what was you gonna say about the Beyonce tickets?
I was literally sitting here cringing as she was talking about that. I thought maybe the dumb broad had maybe found a couple like vehicles that she wanted to use, and they had bought a couple of little cars or something like that. But she said tickets, Beyonce tickets. All he had to do was pick up the phone and say, "No, somebody stole my card." And we the council. Why would any? But I have heard people. I've heard people that they have spent their rent money. They spent their mortgage money talking about going to see Beyonce shake her ass. Negatory. Huge negatory. I'm not giving anybody that kind of money. Here's what I say: if I'm going to see someone in concert and your tickets cost them $200, I'm not going. Cause I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you any more than that. I don't care who it is, unless it's Jesus. Don't worry about me because I ain't paying. Okay? I am not.
Not unless it's Jesus.
Come on, Jesus, you ain't getting no more than $200 from me to see anyone. And first of all, I've always said Beyonce is not even a singer, she's an entertainer. She can entertain and whatever, but she can't sing. She's not a singer. So no, I'm definitely not paying that for her.
Hey, it's Cowboy Carter.
Okay, and I'm not impressed with the whole. We ain't talking about that album, but okay.
That's what she said. So, all right, let's do this. This is really where I wanted to get to. So, you mentioned, as it pertains to the second video, that as his wife, she should have access to all of the money.
Huh? What's that?
You said in regards to the second video, she should have access to all of the money.
And she should, right? She should.
Why did we? It's coming home. Why is coming home?
Somebody that spent $30,000 to go to a concert, I don't care who name it is, will never have access to my money.
Well, now you do make a point there. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna step back from my last comment. I'm gonna step back because if you spend $30,000 on some Beyonce tickets, you're right. You're absolutely right. You having access to my money because I would hate to have to knock you out. So you're right there because if it's my man and you just spend $30,000 on you to use my card and you just charge some tickets to come and go see a boxing match, yeah, we're gonna have a problem. We got major problems. So you're correct there.
I go to work and I work hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come home and you say, "Oh baby, I got us some Beyonce tickets. I charged the credit card $30,000. That'd be the last day you ever have access to anything that's got my name on it."
And that's gonna be the last day we actually gonna live together. Okay. That's gonna be the last day we actually share a same roof. Yeah.
There is no way on this earth that I will ever, at that point, my neighbor said, "Oh, you did? Well, I'm going to the office. I need to make some phone calls, emails."
See, you're even being too nice because I'm gonna sit right there next to you and I'm calling the credit card company and I'm putting in a claim. See, these charges, this is a fraudulent charge on my card for $30,000. I'm gonna be sitting there right there while I'm looking in your face and I'm talking to the credit card company. So I'm not spending that kind of money. That's why you just brought that up because Briana was just saying she was thinking about going to see a Beyonce when they come to Chicago in the summertime. Beyonce ticket was over $300. I said, "You want to spend that for Beyonce tickets?" Well, she since just changed her mind. She said, "Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be spend that. I'm not gonna spend $300 on the Beyonce ticket."
I'm gonna spend on Chris Breezy though.
Chris ain't $300.
He ain't. I'm gonna spend on. But if it was, I spend on Chris Breezy.
Oh, I ain't gonna spend. I told you, the most I'm spending is about a little over $200 to see anybody entertain.
His is like I think $220 or something. But he would really feel.
So here's the thing. So Thomas and I sell tickets to different shows that we don't want to sell out. So we get tickets when they go on sale because we know black folk ain't gonna buy their tickets early.
You got that right.
Because they got to wait till they get paid and they got all kind of stuff to do. So Thomas and I go ahead and buy the tickets. Last concert, I think I spent maybe $500 on 4 seats.
4 seats and $500? Not bad.
4 seats. These floor seats too.
Not bad.
How about I made a little more than $2,000? I sold each seat for like $500-$600.
Okay.
I only paid like $100 a seat. It's because black folk don't buy their tickets.
I'm not even mad at you for making a profit on that. I'm not even upset about you making a profit off that. If you knew that you were going to make money doing it, okay, cool.
But this couple here is a classic sign, and I hate to say this, but this is a classic sign that you fall in love for conditions. There are certain conditions. He fell in love with her based off of what she does when the lights go out, and she fell in love with him based off of what he could provide for. And so when you have scenarios like this, what ends up happening is you are not married to somebody who's equally yoked or equally minded to you. Someone who spends $30,000 to go see somebody else dance and sing on stage is not the person that. Now, if the two of you think this is a wonderful investment and a great idea, then that's why they spent $30,000, because they know you're going to be that kind of individual.
Well, obviously he didn't. His reaction was like, "What?" So they weren't on the same page at all.
He said, I'm gonna have to pay that back. No, I'm gonna get all that back in divorce court. Like, I mean,
I'm gonna get all that back immediately because I'm calling the credit card company. So I'm gonna get that back right now. Yeah. I'm not paying that.
And this is the thing that a lot of people fail to understand about being equally yoked to the person that you want to spend your life with. Is that person perfect? No, but is that person perfect? Is that person perfect for you? Maybe. You got to be able to know what you want and to know that person's weaknesses. That's why I tell people all the time, just be honest in a relationship so a person know what they're getting into. Let them be able to choose if they want to deal with whatever you bring to the table. You know, but like I tell people, I don't bring nothing to the table because I am the table. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to bring something.
Okay, well, if he's the table, I'm the whole restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a one-stop shop. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm the whole restaurant. If you're the table, I'm the whole restaurant with the white tablecloths and the roses on the table. That would be me. Yeah, you cannot come. You cannot come. And we can't. I see that this is something you should have learned when you were younger. When I was younger, I should have known that, but I didn't. So I got married at the age of 21, but I stayed married for 30 years. But I had a lot of growing pains throughout that 30-year marriage because I did not know. Because honestly, I was married to someone who was not. We were not equally yoked. Wasn't a bad person. Just I could have avoided some of those headaches. Yeah, those headaches, those fights, those curse words, and like I could have avoided all of those had we been more equally yoked, and that's just what it is.
Well, that's all the clarity that I wanted to bring to the people today is if you're searching for a partner, find somebody you can do life with that sees life the way you sees it. Find somebody who will help you cover you in your blind spots. Not to say that he got to go to work or she got to go to work or whatever the case may be, whatever your preferences are your preferences. I'm not judging on that, but my main thing is what we have to do as a society in picking a partner and picking a mate is we have to find somebody that if I'm a businessman, and you came into my business life, you need to either enhance my business life or enhance me so that I can go to work to keep enhancing my business life. You should not hinder my business just by the mere fact that I'm in a relationship with you. That means that you are not qualified to be in a relationship with me.
That right there.
Multiply anything that I put into your hands.
I love that Dr. Fite said, you're not qualified. I use that all the time. I said, you're not qualified to talk to me. I said it in a heartbeat. Woo!
So I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I hope they're not watching tonight.
Yes, you do. I don't know. We had a lot of action on you on TikTok, so they might very well be.
So we were talking, and one of the ladies had mentioned to another lady that a gentleman that we work with was in the process of a divorce, and he gonna be single soon. And and it was quite the joke in my opinion, because I was like, how you plotting on somebody in the toughest moments of their life? Like, you getting a divorce right now, you separated, getting a divorce, and now you plotting on, like, as soon as he signed them papers, boy, I know what I'm wearing to work the next day.
and ladies, you do not want a man who freshly divorced. Furthermore, it's like I've been tied down for like so many years, and now I got a taste. I've been using Dr. Fite thing for the whole weekend taste the rainbow. It's like a friend of our family is recently divorced, legally separated, and he's enjoying the hell out of the rainbow. Just so we clear.
Let me tell you something. That's a smart man there. That's a smart man there.
And I'm not even mad at the man. I'm just like, go ahead and do you. Do you. So women, if you're looking for a freshly divorced man, understand he's not looking for a commitment just yet. He's just like, I want to hit it and quit it and keep it moving. So don't be offended. Yeah.
Anyway, shorter the story is, one of the females said, well, people are in different leagues. And some people, you may be good. Like, as we go into sports, let's talk about Bronny James. Okay. Bronny James was averaging like 20, 22 points in the G League. Okay. He started, when was that? Yesterday?
Yep.
For the Lakers, and only scored 4 points.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute now. What's the difference between the G League and the NBA?
Because I think if you're talking about in relationships, some is just there are no expectations, or the expectations are lower, and so that's more stress on you when if he's coming off the bench and instead of one coming off the bench, you're nervous about the movements, about what to say, what not to say. But if you got somebody that you only like the G League or whatever, and same thing with your dating, okay, I know this is not going to be anything long term, so I'm just going to really, really, really be myself. No. Sometimes when we first meet somebody, we put on a facade like this ain't the whole real me. But later on, in about a month's time, I'm gonna show you the real deal.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm in the pros. I don't need to be dating nobody in the minors.
I like that.
You just need not apply. Like, we not in the same league.
I hear you.
And I don't mean this to be arrogant, but I'm used to a certain quality of life.
Yes, of course.
And if you not in that world, then I'm not bringing you into this world. See, this is why I understand how rich men marry poor women. Like, she wasn't in that world. You didn't meet her in that world. You pulled her from the trailer park and gave her a come up.
Not the trailer park.
Like, you need not apply. Like,
that's what we said. What's the phrase, Briana? What you gotta tell me? I don't do build a man. At the stage I'm in, you build a man. So I build a bear, right? At the stage of my life, I'm not into you starting over from scratch. You meet me up and you build yourself up. Hell no. Been there, done that one. Not doing that anymore. No, you have to come
that's
all
for women of a certain age, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm a woman of a certain age. Yep. I'm not doing a builder brother. A builder brother be black, white, brown, whatever. I'm not doing build a man.
Well, but see that is for. Okay, so first of all, I ain't always been where I'm at right now in life.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously my wife got with me when I ain't had nothing, so she had to marry me off of potential.
Shut
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just facts. When you get with somebody at 16, 17 years old, I ain't got nothing but potential at that point. And I think she lucked out. You know what I'm saying? Her gamble paid off.
But on the same token, you all were younger,
right?
And still starting out. But you wouldn't do it at the age at the stage that you are now in your life. Like, I get that.
I'm not getting with a woman at this stage of my life that ain't got nothing. I'm sorry.
I'm not even mad at you because I feel the exact same way with a man. Nope.
Now I did talk to someone earlier today who said that she did not want a man, not that didn't have kids. How she put it, she don't want a man that has female daughters.
That's interesting.
She don't want a man with daughters.
Yeah,
She's had bad experience where, first of all, women are vindictive.
This is very true.
And when it's her daddy, she ends up kind of trying to sabatage her father with any woman that she could potentially be with. And so
that might be true because brother said the same thing. She said,
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did say the same thing. I said my daddy was still alive and got him another woman. I became a private investigator. I would have been all in your business.
She said she would have ran them on and said, and
then especially if you like my age or younger, we got a problem. What do you want with him?
I don't think you want the answer to that question.
Look at that. No, she gonna answer. Because my dad was in his 60s. What you want, my dad?
Especially if you're in your 20s, right? You said, what you want to? She would have been looking for a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
No, he should want because if we end up divorced, he wasn't gonna have none left anyway to sugar nobody in the first place. So that wasn't gonna happen. That would have been all. That would have been the end of that one.
Well, I'm just saying, he say he got more on that table.
Yeah, but you know what? A young girl who get an older man, she's looking for something. She want an older man to take care of her, take care of her
stability. She ain't looking for no Tremaines and Raekwons and Sean's, you know what I'm saying? She ain't looking for that because they out here, they got private Instagram pages and they got all that. The older man don't even got Facebook. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know nothing about all that. He just know about, he make her feel good. You know what I'm saying? She looking for stability, dedication, dollar.
I'm like, yeah. I think yes. So good luck to all you women looking for older men, wealthy men.
Maybe Elle, that's what you need. You need you an older man.
Oh, I don't have a problem. I don't want one in diapers, but I don't mind that.
Okay.
I can do a man like that in his 60s or whatever, 70s. I don't know about 70s. But
hey, it's a good looking man that you don't want to take that.
That is true. That is true.
They got what is it? Cialis, Niagara. They got
man. Look. You know what? All that's fine, well and good. But you know what? The physical part is But I'm as an older woman, you're looking for something more than just the physical needs. You really are. You really are.
If he that old and he can still do it, you better jump on it. I'm gonna say Mama Mumakusa.
Get out. Bring it in there. Yeah. All right. There y'all have clarity in the chaos. I don't know if we gave y'all any clarity in the chaos today.
Y'all gave a whole bunch of chaos.
Equally yoked.
The clarity is you gotta get someone that's equally yoked. That's the clarity. Okay. It still was a whole bunch of chaos, but okay.
Hey, there's a lot of chaos. But y'all need to be sending me this stuff.
All right.
Let's get to sports with Briana and Dr. Fite. Here we go. He said, she said. You guys have been awesome on TikTok tonight. Love you. Make sure you tell your friends to come and come and share with us on Mondays and Tuesdays. Let's go. Move.
So the NBA playoffs are all set. My Warriors are playing.
Oh, hell no.
They got to play Memphis tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
They win.
Y'all suck.
They win. They take on the Rockets, who are the set number 2 seed. And then you got the Lakers versus the Timberwolves. That's a first round matchup.
I thought it was going to be
I thought so too, but they lost to the Clippers yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the Lakers and the
no. So, and then the Clippers are the 5 seed. They take on the Denver Nuggets. So that's how the West has shaped up. Over in the East, you got the New York Knicks. They are taking on the surprise, I think of all surprises, the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
The Pistons trying to become relevant again.
Yeah.
After what, about 20 years?
Probably longer than that, since Isaiah Thomas.
Well, wait a minute. They had a little run with Ben Wallace and Chauncey Billups.
Okay, so 21 years. Okay. So you got that. For the 4-5, you got the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. And then, of course, Boston and Cleveland are waiting to see who wins the play-in tournament. So you got, I think it's the Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat.
Which big ups to Kobe White this last month of play. Like, he has just been balling on another level.
Yeah, gotta give it. The Bulls look like we're moving in the right direction. I don't know how long it's gonna last because it's the Bulls, but
I was gonna say the Bulls are the Bulls even slightly relevant.
Hey, the Bulls shocked me the last month and a half of the season. They was killing everybody. They had Josh Giddey hit the half court game win on the Lakers. So I ain't gonna give the Bulls too much, but
I'm like, okay.
The Phoenix Suns will be looking for their third coach in as many years. They fired Mike Budenholzer, talking about change was needed. I don't think that was the change that was needed, but it's their team. First of all, the owner of the Phoenix Suns is an idiot. You have the highest payroll in the NBA, and you don't have anything. You have no money available. You have no draft picks. You have Bradley Beal, who has a no trade clause. Him and LeBron James are the only 2 players with no trade clauses. Like, that's insanity. The Pelicans fired their vice president, David Griffin, after 6 years with the team, and they're eyeing Joe Dumars as their top executive.
Who did he used to play for Dumars?
Detroit.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I just remember the name. I said, okay, Dumars. Okay.
Man. So, Dr. Fite, what you think about that?
Well, my son, Aaron, is a avid Warriors fan. And yesterday when his Warriors lost in overtime, he had an emotional reaction to that. However, he said he'll rather play Houston in the first round than have to deal with playing the Lakers in the first round. So he's trying to find the silver lining. And
he's trying to find the clarity.
Right. He's trying.
That's a little hard. I mean, we had reached 5 at one point. We're holding on to the 6 seed. And all bottom the last day of the season. I'm like, ain't this about something?
Well, not really. So that game winner the other night, they lost at that buzzer beater was really a dagger, and they had to win out to maintain the 6th seed. They couldn't lose one of those games, and so they won. What was that, Friday night or Saturday when everybody played? May have been Friday. They won, and then they lost. They lost Friday night, then turned around and lost again to the Clippers.
Yeah, I think they lost their last. They lost all their last year.
Yeah, so I mean, it just was a spiral all the way around. So I don't know. I mean, I will say, as it pertains to sports, though, I am happy that Roy McIlroy won the Masters
Masters
and claimed the Grand Slam. So I am happy for that.
Congratulations to him. His 11th time.
Yeah.
It's golf.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take Aaron's viewpoint. Maybe they don't want to play the Lakers in the first round, so let's just go with that. That wasn't meant to be. So maybe I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that.
You're gonna rock with a 14-year-old.
I'm gonna rock with the 14-year-old.
Lord have mercy.
Well, because I would have wanted to see I would want to see my go out early anyway. Plus they got Luka. What's that? Luka Doncic, whatever. Luka. They got Luka. So I don't want. And he pretty much a big bad white boy. So I don't want to see them go out first. So
did you see what he did to his old team?
Yeah.
Anyway, right now you have the WNBA draft going on.
Oh, I ain't interested.
Paige Beckers went number 1 overall from UConn.
No surprise.
No surprise whatsoever. She just won the national title. So she went number 1 overall to the Dallas Wings. And then the Seattle Storm, they drafted from France, Dominique Malinova. She's a center.
Did she play the Olympics? Because her name sounds familiar to me.
She played for France, so she probably.
There you go. Okay, that's what I said, because I watched the Olympics. Okay,
she was from France. She was the center.
Okay.
And then Notre Dame, they drafted Sonia Centron.
From Notre Dame.
From Notre Dame, yep. She's a shooting guard. Who is this guy? We had back-to-back picks? Good Lord. All right, Sky. Yeah, so you got the WNBA draft going on. And then in a couple weeks, you got the NFL draft. Who's going number 1? Dr. Fite, who's going number 1?
Cam Ward.
And who are your Giants going to take?
I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, there are 3 options on the table right now. Draft Shador. That's option 1.
Oh.
Option 2, draft a running back would be Ashton Genty. Number 3, trade the pick. Get some collateral for the future, some picks for the future, maybe some players that you may want from a team. Trade the pick and move down in the draft and select somebody else. Them the 3 options we got.
Now, I think. Are you leaning more towards the running back? Since y'all,
I am leaning more towards a running back because I feel like you can get. You already got your starting quarterback in Russell Wilson. You need to draft your quarterback of the future, and I think you can get a B-tier quarterback to let him sit behind Wilson for a year or 2 before you give him the shot at the reins. I think this draft is good enough, or you can wait till next year and see if you'll be in the race for Archie Manning.
Okay. Now, where do you think Shador is going to land?
If he don't land 3, it's going to be to the Raiders, I think.
What do you think he'll land 3?
If the Giants don't draft him at 3, then he's going to be drafted by the Raiders, who pick 6.
Oh, is that the 3rd pick? Is that 3 mean 3rd pick?
3rd pick, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know you have to clarify certain things for me.
So if he's not drafted 3rd overall by the New York Football Giants, as Dr. Fite likes to call them, then the next option would be the Raiders at 6, who draft at 6, who pick at 6. Or if the Raiders don't pick him, then he may land at 9 to the New Orleans Saints, whose current quarterback, Derek Carr, may be out for the season with a shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
That's what you got.
Is that sports wrap for today?
Pretty much. You got playing games tomorrow.
Well, you all will come back next week and you all have the sports wrap. My Golden State better still be there by 1 week from today.
Well, they're taking on Memphis in the play-in. And Memphis has kind of been in a free fall ever since they fired their coach.
You can't really pin you on the go because they haven't been consistent. Golden State has not been consistent, so I worry. But anyway, I'll pray for them.
Not I pray for them.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, as we said at the start of the show, it's Holy Week. Dr Fite, you are ready for Easter Sunday?
Yeah.
You got your good sermon going on?
I'm not preaching.
Oh, you're not preaching. You got to get. Oh, why not?
The bishop is preaching.
Oh, the bishop is preaching. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll be at church on Sunday. We probably won't have a lot of people there. Our church don't have a lot. We shall see.
Well, who y'all got preaching Sunday?
We keep having guest speakers. Who is it this Sunday?
I have to look.
Oh,
they said bring
a what?
They said bring a friend to church.
Oh, bring a friend.
So you know what that means? Everybody gonna be there.
Right. Right, ain't right. She's not right. All right, you guys.
Y'all going without a pastor for a while?
Huh?
I said y'all going with a pastor, going without a pastor for a while?
Yep. Just well, we got this one pastor. He's gonna be for a month. He's gonna be here for a month. So right now, yeah. So just say we don't have a permanent one right now.
Well, anyway, in about what is this? 20, 30 minutes. My Cubs will be playing my Padres.
Oh please. Baseball. We'll be talking about baseball from now to November.
Hey, the Padres right now are 13-3. Yeah. They are over my Dodgers right now, who decided to move 3 straight to the Cubs. I'm just like,
yeah, I don't know what that was all about to the Cubs. Get out of here. I don't know.
One day they got beat 16-0. I'm like, to the Cubs?
This is what the Cubs always do.
Cubs bats get that hot?
The Cubs always start at the top of the season, showing out. By mid-season, they're going to suck like they normally suck.
Well, look, they got to be the one decent Chicago team because it ain't the White Sox.
Oh, we can't tell. Oh, no. I have no words for the White Sox.
Neither do they.
I have no. That's like the third time he just joined. That's fine. Get out of here.
The White Sox. Do you see this? The White Sox are 4-11.
The White Sox is not relevant. Just ignore them. It's just ignore them.
Oh my God, my Dodgers are in third place. Whatever.
My Braves are no better.
Huh?
Saying my Braves are no better.
Oh, the Atlanta Braves.
No, they're 4-11 too.
Oh. Well, it's the start of the season is just beginning. It just started. So look, they may turn it around.
If you got double-digit losses already, there ain't no turning that around.
Yes, it is. Never say that. Yes, there is. There's always a chance.
With the many games they play,
baseball played 2-3 games a day. So what they've been opening day was a week ago. Listen, this is too much.
This is bad.
They play the whole year. They play spring, summer, fall, and darn it into the winter. Okay.
That's why the World Series called the Winter Classic.
So they have an opportunity to turn it around. They do. They really do.
You keep that positive energy. I ain't holding my breath.
Okay, I will keep positive energy. Okay, so all you all on TikTok, thank you guys. All you all who watch on Facebook, go check it out on Instagram. Thank you all. Have a wonderful Easter. Have a wonderful Easter. I know some have been fasting. You all get to eat really good, on Easter. That's why you've been fasting. You've been 30 days? Huh? You've been fasting for 30 days?
Yes.
Oh, he gonna tear up some food come Sunday.
I am going to devour some Bojangles. You hear me?
Why Bojangles?
I don't know. I just my body wants what my body wants. Okay.
Greasy chicken.
I want some spicy, greasy chicken with a biscuit and some strawberry cobbler.
Okay.
He went full on fatty. Good Lord.
He said, Lord, that means come next Monday he's gonna be nice and energetic. And he's like, yeah, I get to eat me some food now. I get to eat back. I'm gonna be honest, I can fast for 30 days. Yeah, no. I try to do intermittent fasting. That means a few hours a day. Yeah, that's me, a few hours a day. All right. Tomorrow we have a guest, musical guest tomorrow at 6:30. So yay, I guess to come in. Take a while for me to get it. But anyway, we'll be here tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. That's Fite. You're more welcome to come and do it if you want to watch. We got them from tomorrow, this week, and next week all lined up coming. All right. You guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Oh, I keep saying, wonderful. It's Holy Week. What was mine today? I said. Well, I wrote something. I can't remember what I said. Holy Week. I can't remember what I said. Anyway, I'm trying to post something every day that's meaningful to people. So make sure you follow us and check us out on social media. If you type in LB Media, you can find everything, including the magazines and all that good stuff. As Dr. Fite said, piece of hair grease. What he say? With the hand
Peace
down.
up.
8 down. What is it? Piece of
Peace up.
All right, you guys. Have a good one, Dr. Fite. Enjoy have a wonderful holiday.
You do the same.
And enjoy your Bojangles. Good Lord, some Bojangles.
Happy Easter. Joy.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter, you guys. Make sure you check us out. Hit the like and share button. And keep sharing.